what's the spring intel we're hearing out of Eugene, Oregon? Very, very early, as it is for a lot of these schools we're going to talk about. But what I am hearing out of Oregon is this roster in itself does replace a lot of production. We all already knew that. But when you talk about what it's going to look like in 25 in terms of like the model here, it's going to be very similar to Kirby Smart and those Georgia teams and those old Nick Saban Alabama teams. What I mean by that is, remember how you would always open up your preview magazine or you would go check the front page of your favorite college football website, maybe it was ESPN at the time, and you would see the picture of the head coach. And you would see the logo of a Georgia or an Alabama logo, or Nick Saban, whatever. The reason for that being was we all still knew there was a lot of talent on those rosters. Now, it may not be the names that you knew before. It may not be the Dylan Gabriel that was returning back for Oregon in that situation, but there is a lot of 4 and 5 stars guys at Oregon that have played a little bit but are now going to be asked to step up. So you're in this position now to follow the Kirby Smart, Nick Saban model, which is you recruit at a high level, you keep those guys in-house, you develop, they do work on scout team, and then when it's their time to ball on Saturdays, they go deliver for you. So that's what the task is now ahead of Oregon here in 2025. It's not about talent. It's about similar to what we said about Auburn. Can you get it done when it's now your time? Excuse me. So Dante Moore is going to be the talking point for us really until we get to see him play meaningful football. They are excited about him from a skill set perspective. That's not what we're talking about. The thing with him is being able to step into the role of being the guy at Oregon, being able to be a more vocal leader. That's kind of been what's asked of him to this point in the spring and in the winter. I don't think it's a coincidence that Oregon starts winter workouts, and I believe the social team did a couple of different posts where they're just blasting out Dante Moore addressing the team in front of a huddle, or they finish a workout, everyone's on a knee, and Dante Moore's in front of the team saying whatever he's saying. Like that is the goal for him right now, is pushing him out of his shell. Work in progress, doing a good job, but that is the next thing for him. The benefit that he has is he's able to look back at what Dylan Gabriel did and how he operated as a leader. Like Dylan Gabriel, we had him on the show during the season. Dude is as personable as it gets, as faced the franchise as it gets. To be able to see that throughout the course of an entire season, this is how you lead, this is how you handle your business, this is how you get acclimated to a game plan, whatever. I think that's invaluable. I'm really, really excited to see what he is in 2025 because we've said it many times. It's not so much a question of the talent around him or if he has the skill set we've talked about many times. It's about, can you play within the system? Because if you can, there's a lot of dudes to get the football to that are going to make good things happen for you. One of those guys they're excited about, true freshman Dakorien Moore. What I've been told is Moore to Moore is going to be a thing this fall. Yes, he's a true freshman, but dude can ball. They've been excited about what he's done throughout the winter in terms of offering leadership even as a true freshman. They think he's going to be a player for him. Now, in addition to Dakorien Moore and all the things that he brings from a on-the-field perspective, Evan Stewart is back. And I think a lot of people nationally, maybe even some Oregon fans, say, Evan Stewart's back, big whoop. He was good-ish for us a year ago, but like, what are we really looking at here with an Evan Stewart? Well, one, he's going to be able to play in position now with Dakorien Moore also being on the roster, which takes some heat off my guy. Having Evan Stewart in his more natural position as a slot receiver is going to allow him to do what he does best, which is find his matchup, find some space, catch, get north and south. He played out wide last year because Tez Johnson is Tez Johnson. That dude's a walking 80-yard reception year, so you let him cook. But him now being in his more normal role, I think is going to pay some massive dividends for Oregon here when they get rolling in the fall. Now, defensively, they feel like they are as good as they have been on that side of the football when it comes to depth up in the trenches. Bear Alexander is a guy they got via the portal, which has been kind of a story arc here for Bear Alexander over the course of his college football career, sort of a journeyman of sorts. And if you remember now, he was at USC last year and took that red shirt early on in the season to be able to have more time to play. And a lot of us, myself included, kind of raised our eyebrows here and said, all right, I don't know if I like this, Bear. I'd like to see you finish the season. I'd like to see you stick somewhere, as you've played a lot of different high schools, a lot of different colleges. The reports on him so far are he has been a model teammate, done everything he's been asked to do. He's working hard. And I love this for Oregon. I love this for Bear Alexander in terms of like the perfect storm that it is. he understands he's on the clock. He understands the ability he has to go be an NFL draft pick. It's kind of a now or never thing for Bear Alexander. And for Oregon, you have the benefit now of saying, Bear, if you want to come ball for us here, man, and do some good things, that's on you. Clearly, we have a model here to develop you. You watch Jordan Birch. You see Mateo Uiagalelei. You saw Derek Harmon last year. There's a mold here, brother, to go do some good things. It's on you to get it done. Nobody's questioning if Bear Alexander has the skill set. So to hear good things about him right now, that encourages me as an Oregon Duck fan, because we all know, man, you're in the Big Ten Conference. It's a line of scrimmage conference as much as anywhere else in college football, period. If you want to win at the highest level, you got to win in the trenches. And so now having Bear Alexander to go along with what they think is a too deep, they're going to be in a good spot. Going to be a very, very good spot up front. So you speak to some other parts of the defense. Dylan Thieneman is a safety transfer from Purdue. I've been told he's a first-round guy. And not just a first-round guy. They think he's like a surefire first-round NFL draft pick. I've been told that every single thing that he's doing, whenever you're hearing about what he's doing with his free time, it's football. He's in the weight room getting extra work. Sounds like he's just a football junkie. Have also been told he's the best safety they've had there since Javon Holland. Take that as you will, but Javon Holland just got paid in the league for the Dolphins. So there's that. But and it's exciting. It's an exciting time if you're Oregon, because you're at a spot now where you've been close a couple of times, been knocking on the door here, and you've just had this slow but steady trend under Dan Lanning. This is the year where you can go get it done. And I think they know that. I think there's some excitement around that. And with the roster talent they have, with how Dan Lanning operates, they're going to be in a spot to go have a chance to get it done. So very early on, but from winter and spring, good vibes out of Eugene, as you should have at this point in the calendar.